हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग, नमस्कार। आज मैं आपके सामने एक बहुत ही बढ़िया ज़बरदस्त वीडियो लेके आया हूँ। इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी अ रियली रोलर कोस्टर राइड टुडे। हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड योर माइंड। दैट्स राइट, हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड योर माइंड. And I'm going to give you all the knowledge I have gained about the mind in the last 5 years. Who am I? I am Braham Sharuha, and I add value in the lives of people. How? By making such videos, by conducting programs, and by sharing my knowledge and skills with one and all. That's right. Okay, let's start our journey with what is this mind all about. Well, first and foremost, you might have heard that the mind is hidden from you mostly. 90% of the mind is hidden, and the one which is seemingly known to you, that's the conscious side, conscious part of the mind, is just about 10%, and the balance 90% is hidden. I'm going to unravel. आज मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ secrets, what is in that hidden part, right? चलिए. So the hidden part, let's go for some definitions. We can look at the mind in, just like a house. You go on the first floor, the ground floor, and the basement. So let's begin with the first floor. The first floor is your conscious mind, right? That is 10% prox. And the hidden part, consists of two parts. First is the ground floor, that is called your unconscious mind, and the one in the basement, that is called your subconscious mind. So this is the qualification: conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind. First floor, ground floor, and basement. What happens in the basement, the bottommost part? See, throughout the day you are taking in all kinds of information from the environment, and through our five senses we filter them, distort them, delete them, and generalize them, and then they get recorded, they get coded, they get stored, and we can recall it. It goes into the basement. Throughout the day you are experiencing your five senses, you're living your life, and all that is being converted into memory, and it keeps going down and down. On the ground floor there will be the subconscious mind, and then finally at the end of the day it will go in the unconscious part of the mind, which is nothing but your basement, right? So this is very important. And what happens? Let's examine the mind formation or development of a small child. What happens is, say, when you are just born, from that part it's all unconscious, right? There's nothing conscious at the moment. Your conscious mind is not developed at the moment, it takes time. So you are going to be programmed into your habits, the environment, your family, your school, your job, wherever, whatever you're doing. From 0 to 8 years is the time the programming will take place, the habit formation will take place, and that will keep going from the first floor to the ground floor and the basement. The basement is the unconscious mind, that is where everything gets stored. So it is said that by 8 years or so your mind is now fully programmed, and then you become conscious of your brain, and that is also exciting when you start taking charge of your life. But do you? I have this thing to share with you. There are five senses: the visual, audio, kinesthetic, olfactory, and gustatory. That is the sight, the the sight, the smell, the taste, the touch, and hearing. These five are the senses given to us by nature, and we go through our life perceiving our world, which is our world. The reality which we see out there is not the reality. It is already, the whole memory system has been formed in your basement, as I said, in your unconscious mind, and you live your life as you have been taught to. You have copied, modeled everything what your parents have told. Your concept about money, love, sex, romance, anything which is happening in life is already programmed. So, really speaking, we are not in control. The control part is not with us. It is the subconscious and the unconscious minds which control our parts. So, today I'm going to tell you a bit more, and at the end of the video, I will also share with you as to how you can reprogram your mind and live a life full of joy and happiness. Okay, so what happens is the past experience which you have gets converted into memory, into patterns, into habits, and gets stored in your ground floor. And you keep acting and enacting every day. Same thing over and over again. Your words, your language, your body language, whatever your motivation, the things you do, the way you do, it's all cyclic. It's a process going on and on, out of your control totally, right? And what is the future? The future is not there, but our mind helps us to imagine and visualize, and you can do wonders by utilizing this capability of yours. So far so good. Now let me tell you a bit of science about the mind. The mind has got four parts. The first part is the prefrontal cortex, that is the conscious part. After 8 years, you become conscious and you start realizing about yourself, who you are, what you want to do, what kind of goals you want to make, what makes you happy, what makes you unhappy. And that is you have your will, you have freedom, you have choice. All these things are part of your prefrontal cortex, right? And that that gives you the seemingly it gives you the feeling of being the boss. So you are the boss. Well, we'll see at the end of the video whether you're boss or not. No, you're not the boss. You're being controlled by so many things in the basement, lying in the basement. So first is your prefrontal cortex, first part. Second part is your parietal, that is the right hand side, which is has all senses are out here. The senses part of your life is all works from your parietal uh, part of the mind. And on the left hand side is your temporal part, and that is a very crucial part of your mind, and that gives you the skill of learning, language, and memory. So prefrontal cortex, the front part, you are the boss. It gives you the feeling of being in control and boss. The parietal on the right hand side is got all senses, and left side is the temporal part, which has got all learning, language, and memory. Beautiful stuff. And occipital at the back, that has got the vision part. This is what the mind is all about. And continuing the right hand side and the left hand side, the right hand side controls our emotions, and the left hand side is all logic. And in between, there is a very important thing called corpus columbus and your ganglia nuclei. These are they connect the left hand side and the right hand side. They connect and work together, and that makes you a wonderful being who can do absolutely anything. The talents, the capabilities, the potentials unlimited because of this beautiful coordination between the right hand side and the left hand side. And in between, also you have ganglia nuclei. The ganglia nuclei is the one which produces dopamine. Dopamine is a feel good chemical, right? Hormone. And so there are. This is what I want to tell you. And in the the one part of the brain, in the center of the brain, you have the hypothalamus, which is responsible for your short-term memory and long-term memory, and you have one on the side is the thalamus. So one on the top part, hypothalamus for your short-term and long-term memory, and on the bottom part is your thalamus, which is controlling the meaning and language. And in between is you have got the pituitary gland. This gland is beautiful. It produces oxytocin, helps you to go for higher learning, to know about yourself, to ego, consciousness, and beyond you. It helps the pituitary gland. A lot of people, rishis, munis, and people who are in meditation, all that, they activate the pituitary gland, right? So I have been able to tell you a lot about mind today, and let me now coming to an end of the video, let me tell you how you can reprogram your subconscious mind. Whatever is the habits and the patterns in the ground floor, let's try and tell you a technique how you can change that. So what you do is you close your mind, close your eyes, keep your body straight, relax, take 2 deep breaths, and now take the permission of your subconscious mind to talk to it. So, my dear subconscious mind, allow me to speak with you. And these hands are raised. You have get a warm feeling in one of the hands, means it's saying yes. Now you request your subconscious mind, whatever issue you have, whatever problem you have, it will solve it today. My dear subconscious mind, I have this problem. Please create 3 solutions for this. And once you have done, give me the indication in my hands. So I get a warmth in my hand. That means the subconscious mind has got your message. So whenever you want to overcome any difficulty, you just talk to your subconscious mind like this. Thank the subconscious mind and take the permission to leave. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave now. Thank you so much. Bye bye. And it is so wonderful. Very simple technique. I have talked to you about the mind today, what I know, what I am learning, how to reprogram. You can look into the description box. I am now going to launch programs, training programs, where you can learn all about the mind, the body, and how we can make our life more joyous, more successful, and more happy. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.